Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I thought we'd do something a little bit different. Today I'd like to show my everyday carry-on items. These are some items that, that I carry around with me on just about a daily basis. For those of you who are here for primarily my Pokemon videos, there will be a couple Pokemon related items that aren't shown on screen that'll appear later on in this video. And just a quick disclaimer though, none of the products shown here, none of the companies that make them are sponsoring this video, nor have I been sent any by anyone to review. These are all products that I've purchased with my own money and that I personally use and enjoy using on a daily basis. So with that being said, why don't we get started? So to start us off, here we have my cell phone, which is probably my most used and most carried around device. This is a Google Pixel 8. I've had this phone for, at the time of this recording, just over a year. This has a 6.2-inch screen. It has a 10 megapixel selfie camera, and on the back it has a 50 megapixel regular and a 12 megapixel ultra-wide lens. There is a Pro model variant that does have a bigger 6.8-inch screen and a telephoto lens as well. But the reasons I went for the standard 8 model is because I prefer having a phone with a smaller form factor, because typically I prefer having gadgets that are a little bit more, smaller, since they're easier to carry around. This isn't tiny by any stretch, certainly not as small as the iPhone 12 and 13 mini. And also because, I felt like that there were just one too many features. I just felt like a Pro model was a little excessive for me. I kind of prefer to keep things simple when it comes to phones. So obviously I use this to make calls, text people, watch videos, a lot of times whenever I eat lunch or dinner. I don't have any games on here though. I don't really like phone games. One, because I don't really like how they tend to eat up your phone's battery, and also because using a touchscreen, in my opinion, just isn't quite the same as a controller. But yeah, this is the smartphone that I'm currently using right now. I really do enjoy it. It also has 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage. It's powered by Google's Tensor 3 chip. This does everything that I need a phone to perfectly well. So some of you might be wondering, what do you use to keep your phone up when you watch videos? Well, that's actually where this little device right here, this little accessory doohickey right here comes in. This is a Belkin phone mount. So you might be wondering, how does this stick to your phone? Well, it's MagSafe compatible, as is the case on this phone. More on that in just a bit. But so yeah, you could just put it on a table. You can pull this out and just if I want to watch YouTube or an anime show on Crunchyroll or something like that, when I'm at home or on my break at work, I can just flip this over, and you could also flip it backward in any angle you want, kind of like my Nintendo Switch OLEDs, kickstand. But so it also has this little pull-out tab right here that you can use to put it on top of your computer for if you want to use your phone as a webcam. It's mainly for iPhones, but the Pixel does have a feature that supports using it as an outboard webcam, which I haven't tried yet, but I hope to soon. So this is what my phone looks like when it's out of its case. So as you can see, it has a pretty big camera bar that protrudes out. This is a design feature that Pixel phones have been known for ever since the Pixel 6 and onward. And unfortunately, it does tend to collect dust under it, though. It has been in its case for a bit, and it tends to get really dusty and dirty when it's been in there for a while. As you can see, I also have a screen protector on this thing because I'm the type of person who refuses to use this phone unless it has a screen protector on it. And as you can see, the camera bar is covered in this sticker right here. That's because it actually came with this phone case right here. This is the D-brand grip case. For those of you who might not know, D-brand is a case making company. They make cases for all kinds of smartphones. They make cases for iPhones, Samsung Galaxies, and Google Pixels. You know, and they also have stickers that you can plaster on the back of them to customize your phone a little bit. Even though the company is called D-brand, for this particular skin right here, which I'll talk about in just a sec, it still has the G right there. This case, the skin on it is called X-Ray. So this was actually done in a collaboration between D-brand and YouTuber Jerry Everything, who takes apart smartphones on most of his videos, and you can see a lot of the phone's internals here, and the main battery, and the ring right here for wireless charging. And so D-brand actually D-brand cases like this one actually do support MagSafe accessories such as charging pucks and this Belkin mount right here. And for those of you who might be wondering, yes, you can still wirelessly charge, you know, with the charging pucks back here, even though there aren't any magnets inside the phone itself, unlike iPhones. But cases are a little bit more handy for having magnets anyway. It'll work just the same. It'll just have magnets on it, so it won't come loose from the phone by itself anyway. Next, we'll take a look at my two watches that I currently own. To our left, I have my Google Pixel Watch 2, and to our right, I have my digital Casio watch. We'll start with my Pixel Watch, though. So this is the watch that is a companion to my Pixel phone. Both the devices are made by Google. So you know, so this watch obviously it can tell you the time, but it also has a Fitbit integration built into it. So it'll track your steps, heart rate, exercise routines in general, and your sleeping. You can wear this thing to sleep, and it'll just track that. You could also check the weather. You can check you can set timers. You know, the possibilities are endless with smartwatches. You know, this thing has a 24-hour long battery in it. It's a little bit more than the Pixel Watch 1. So as you might be able to notice, I do actually have a bumper outside of the watch. It has a little button right here so you can have quick access to certain apps. It also has this little crown right here. So this right here is actually what the watch would look like if it doesn't have this bumper on it. As you can see, the glass on the screen just flows all the way around. I do actually prefer how it looks without you know, the screen protector on there, but I'm worried that, you know, the screen could get damaged if I don't have this on here. So I think it complements it pretty nicely anyway. So just leave that on there for now. And this right here is my regular Casio digital watch. Much like my smartwatch, it can tell time, the date, and it also has alarms and a stopwatch on here. I like to wear watches all the time because for most of my life I've had a pretty compulsory need to know what time it is. Next up, we have not one but two battery banks for your phone, and these things for me personally are very important to carry around with you, especially like, you know, when I'm at work or something like that and I need to charge my phone. It's nice to just throw one of these into like your back pocket or something like that, and just have it for your phone to, you know, charge it up again so it doesn't die on you. So the first one right here is made by Belkin, just like the mounting puck that I had. As you can see up front, we have the character Tony Chopper from One Piece, the pre-time skip design of him, and on the back we have my favorite starter Pokemon, Blastoise, the fully evolved form of Squirtle. And you can charge not one but two devices at once. I've only ever charged one through it though. And it also has a USB-C port right here for charging up this device itself, and you could also charge your phone through this cable as well. So you can charge it through any of these, which is terrific. Right here we have this wireless charger made by Anker. You could charge it via USB-C or USB-A as well. But yeah, this one I don't really carry around quite as often, only when I'm not in like a huge rush to charge my phone. This device charges my phone, from my experience, in about 2 hours. This one takes about 4 to 5 hours, and it does make your phone kind of hot, so it might not be as good for your battery, but it's still kind of cool to have anyway. Next up, we have two pairs of headphones that I own because I like to listen to a lot of music and podcasts For context, when I was in high school, I was like that one kid who had practically had his headphones glued to his ears. As you can see on the headphones, we do have a little theme going on. We have the fairy tale insignia on my smaller pair of headphones, and on the bigger ones we have the insignia on each side, and we have Happy the Exceed on one of the ear cups. More on that in just a bit. But so these right here are my Google Pixel Buds Pro models. So these are the ones that I carry around a lot of the time with me. You know, we have the so what I really like about these headphones is that in addition to, you know, functioning as, you know, normal headphones, they also have noise canceling. So whenever you're like, you know, on a plane or any form of transportation that might be kind of loud, you could just put that on, and all the background noises, you could just listen to whatever it was you're consuming. It also has a transparency mode for when, if you're running or something like that, you need to hear your surroundings. They'll do just that too. I've pretty much sold my soul to Google since I have a Pixel phone, watch, and earbuds to go along with it too. So these bad boys right here are the Sony WX1000 M3s. I think that's what these are. These came out in 2017, I want to say. I got them for Christmas around that time, actually, so I've had these for quite a while. They still work terrifically. The ear cups are starting to get a little worn out, but they're still very comfortable and wearable, which is partially what matters. So yeah, I have the fairy tale logo on each side, and we have Happy the Exceed right here, the main mascot and companion of Natsu Dragneel on fairy tale. I keep him on one of the ear cups right here. The reason I have nothing on this side is because this is where the volume controls and the music seeking touch sequence is. As you can see, we also have the bronze-plated Sony logo, as well as the microphones, which keep out noise because these are also noise canceling. So this is the case that they come in. As you can see right here, we have a cord right here, because you can listen to these headphones in wired mode too if you really want to. I only really do that when I listen to music on my computer though. So for the Pixel Buds, you could put these in your pocket, of course, if you want to, but I actually prefer to put them in this little fake leather case right here that I got from Amazon. You just put them in here like so, and you can clip these to either your belt loop or your keychain, and they have an outboard cutout right here for the charging port whenever you might need to charge them while they're still in here. The design of this honestly reminds me of the character Eve from the Pixar movie WALL-E. So next up we have my wallet of choice. This is my black aluminum Ridge wallet. As you can see up front, we have a sticker. If you watch Spy Family, you'll know that this is Damien Desmond, and Anya Forger dressed as Twilight and Your Forger. So this is a pretty interesting wallet. Apart from the fact that they can fit stickers on the front if you really want it to. This is how you pull your cards out. You just pull them out here like so. I put a bunch of gift cards in here just so I don't dox my credit card information. So yeah, I really like that this is a minimalistic style wallet. It holds from 2 to 12 cards if you really want it to, if you have that many. I really like that this doesn't take up much room in your pocket, because I've had wallets before, even like the minimalist ones that are card holders. Like these two wallets right here that are exclusively for holding your cards. They have a little bit bigger of a form factor than the Ridge wallet, and in addition to that, they don't have like a dedicated cash strap right here that you can use, because occasionally I do still carry around cash here and there, and this accessory right here is nice to have. So shout out to Ridge for putting that there. In addition, this watch is also modular. It comes with screws that you can unscrew. It comes with a screwdriver as well for you to take them out. So if this wallet ever gets damaged, if you ever need or want to, like, you know, replace the main parts of it, you could always just do that. So yeah, this is a pretty neat accessory. Next up we have 2 gaming devices, both of which are made by Nintendo. Right here we have my modded Game Boy Color and my Nintendo Switch OLED Pokémon Scarlet and Violet Edition. I've actually made a separate video talking about talking a little bit more in depth about both of these, so I won't talk too much about them. But this Game Boy right here has actually been modified to have a clear case, and it is also backlit, so you can use it in just about any lighting environment that you want. And in my opinion, that's especially handy when it has a color screen, because the black and white ones, you have to you don't have to focus on it as much, but with the color one, this is a game changer. I have Super Mario Land playing on this one right now. And this right here is my Nintendo Switch OLED. It is the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet edition, as you can tell by the Joy-Cons and by the artwork on the back of it. I've made not one but two videos of this thing, including the one of me unboxing it when I first bought this. But yeah, so this console is absolutely terrific. Not only does it have an exceptional library of first and third party games, Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom I've actually started playing fairly recently. It is absolutely terrific, but you could also plug it into a TV, and you could attach these two controllers with it and take it just about anywhere with you. As you can see, it does also have a kickstand back here, so you can put it so you can play it on the table if you really want to. I almost never do that though, but I primarily stays in my TV, even though it's probably not the best thing for its battery. But to be honest with you, the only times I ever carry these things around with me is when I'm going on a particularly long trip, especially when it involves flying. When I have some time to play some games, I can't really play these in a car or on a bus, because then I'd probably get motion sick. But whenever I do travel with either one of these, or both of them though, for the Game Boy Color, I like to put it in this little sleeve right here. I got this from the same local game shop that I had this modified at. So I just stick it in here, and it protects the body and the screen. So it just stays in here like that. And for my Switch, I actually have this case right here, made by a company called, I think it's PDP that makes it. So what's pretty cool about this case is that, as you can see at the bottom, it has a Velcro. It is made by PDP. It has a bigger attachment right here, so you can stick it on top of here. And you can open the bottom of the case right here for if you ever want to take not just the tablet itself, but the whole dock and the AC adapters and everything. I've only done that once though. But even with that aside, this is a pretty nifty little case for it right here. As you can see, you can fit some games in here and a couple accessories. And this part right here is where the Switch goes into. I'll put this in here really quick. One thing that I don't care about it though is that it actually presses the shoulder buttons in, which probably doesn't do much to the console, especially when it's in sleep mode. But it is still a slight annoyance of mine. Forgot I put this in wrong. It's supposed to go in like that, so that way you can pull it out kind of like that. But so another thing is that you can, as I mentioned, you can fit games into this thing. The Nintendo Switch game cards are pretty tiny, even compared to the Game Boy games. As you can see, there is no space for any other games that you might want to bring, so you do have to carry them separately, unless you want to shop for an older Game Boy Color case or something like that. I'm sure that they sell a bunch of them. So yeah, but these game consoles are ready to go on our next adventure. Finally, we have what I like to bring to my weekly Pokemon League event. So here we have two deck boxes of two decks that I have. They actually consist of cards that were made during the WotC era of Pokemon. This was when WotC stands for Wizards of the Coast, which is the card publishing company responsible for Magic the Gathering. During the late '90s, early 2000s, they did also have license to publish Pokemon cards here in America. The Pokemon company didn't do that themselves until a little bit later on in the 2000s, but that's besides the point. So I typically like to carry these two decks with me. In addition to that, I also have this little case right here, which consists of dice and damage counters, which come in handy for when you're playing the game and you want to and put them on your Pokemon. Well, you don't want to, but that's just part of the game. This is the bag right here that they go into. I have so many pins on this thing. It's not even funny. I won't even yeah, I'll just let you take a quick look at it. I have a bunch of Pokemon, some from some anime shows, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's made by Champion. I got this at a Champion outlet for a pretty decent price. So this is I only usually take one with me, so I can decide, because I decide in advance which one to take with me. So I'll take this one in this case. And right here we have one of the mats that I like to use. This is a Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y Mega Evolution variant mat, because you'd want like a soft surface to play your cards on. Right here I have this little cylinder made by Monster Protectors to put my game mat in whenever I go to my weekly league. Roll this up. Make sure it's rolled up snug enough to fit into here. There we are. All right. Now we can put this in my bag. Not exactly the most graceful setup, but you know, still gets the job done. So that has been my first EDC video, showcasing all the items that I carry around with me on a daily basis or near daily basis, some more so than others. Feel free to let me know down in the comments what your favorite item that you carry around with you on the daily is, or on occasion when you're traveling. But until next time, thanks for watching.